And now, here's your host, Rod Harder, with another SMC Marketing Minute Profit Tip.
Welcome back. Rod Harder, part of the Marketing You Can Do Right Now podcast. Today's a Marketing Minute. We're actually in the middle of a 4-part series on real lead generation, how to build your own lead generation system. And we left off the other day by talking about the importance of constructing your trap the right way. Naturally, your trap needs to be set up where you are attracting the ideal prospects that you want to lure them in through the information you share with them into your trap. And as you do this, you will build the most powerful and useful and profitable part of your business, and that is the list of people who raise their hand and tell you at some level they're interested in what you're sharing with them. So those people who accumulate on your list, that's gold. There are many benefits to having a lead generation system that you build and put together yourself because you're in total control over it. It's your business, you set it up like you want, right? And part of those benefits is your entire lead generation system is completely automated, including your prospect even doing their own data entry for you. And regardless of the product or service, all direct marketers do the same thing. They use bait to lure their desired creature into their trap. The only thing that changes is the type of bait you use. That's why it is so important that you use the exact bait that's going to get you the best results. You must have the right bait to get the right creature. You know, one of the best things about having your own lead generation system is there is not a creature that cannot be lured into the right trap if you're using the right bait. That's worth saying again. There is no creature that cannot be lured into a trap if it is constructed right by using the right bait. That's very powerful. Let's talk about your lead generation ad. Where are you going to put this information? What media are you going to use? And you have lots of choices. You know, there are communities that have their own newsletters in every town and city across America. So look into that. Match your ideal demographic with your ideal prospect. And there are plenty of other local publications that you can use. You do not have to buy expensive ads in your local newspaper. Of course you can, you just want to tailor it so you're only attracting your ideal prospect. You want everybody else to be eliminated. You can use your website. You can use the back of your business card. Never hand out another business card where the back of it is blank. You want the information about how people can get your bait, how they can get your lead generation system, the information you're going to share with them. You can put your information on your blog. You can use YouTube, which we all know is free. You can do joint ventures with other non-competing companies. And I could talk an hour about this. In fact, I have a couple of podcasts that talk about this in detail, about the importance of having joint alliance agreements with other companies that don't compete with you. You can use direct mail to compiled or rented lists. And of course, you can use Facebook to do advertising as well as other social media. Regardless of the media that you use, the same invitation is extended. This is not an attempt to do any selling. It's the opposite. This is your opportunity to stand out above and beyond and far away from those you compete with. It is your opportunity to provide valuable, helpful, relevant information for free. And the more appealing your bait, the more specifically relevant the items that you provide, the better your response is going to be. You see, at this point, your prospect only cares about one thing: how they are going to benefit from the information you're sharing with them. They don't care about your company or your logo or how long you've had your business at the same location. None of that matters. They're only interested in what's in it for them. You see, unless you sell a very inexpensive widget where people can buy it without much thought, consumers, before they make a purchase, they're in an information gathering mode. They're thinking about what they want to do. They're trying to educate themselves, and they want to get as much information as they can before they pull the trigger. So give it to them. They are not ready to talk to a live salesperson. And that's the tragic mistake that most businesses make. We're all salespeople by nature, so what do we want to do? We meet somebody, we want to pitch them, we want to sell them. And that's what your competitors are doing. And if you are doing that now, you want to break away from that. You want to help, educate, inform, provide valuable, helpful information. Here are a couple of examples that you can use as a headline. I'm going to use an example a tax preparer might use. They might say something like, 5 secrets the IRS hopes you never discover that can save the average family $2,000 a year in taxes. Our free report explains everything. Here's another example that a pest control company might run in a local newspaper or newsletter. Don't call any pest control company until you read our free consumer guide. The 5 biggest misconceptions about pest elimination. You see how different that is from the standard trash that's put out there by most companies? They're selling all the time. You're educating, you're informing. That's going to attract people. Your goal with your headline and your ad and that whole process of lead generation is to enter the conversation that's going on in your prospect's mind. When you do that, you're on your way. But the secret is, and I know I've said it a couple of times, don't sell. You must resist that urge to do that. Instead, inform, educate, help, be a trusted advisor. Consumers love to get something of value for free, and that's exactly what you're providing, a lot of valuable, helpful information. And when you set this up the right way, something very powerful happens. You go from being that expected and anticipated sales pest to somebody much different than that. You become a welcomed guest into their world. Again, you're the problem solver. You're the trusted advisor. That was a good amount of information for you to take on today. So we'll stop right there and we'll pick up in part 4 of the lead generation system tomorrow. So in the meantime, study this. Go back and listen to the other 2 podcasts we did on lead generation, and they're all about 4 or 5 minutes long, so you can blast through them pretty quickly. I think this one runs a little longer. So do that, and we'll talk again tomorrow with part 4. Take care, and if you'll study this and do it, you know what's going to happen. We're going to see you right at the top. Bye-bye.